Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? You're welcome to our broadcast today. My name is Dr. Chidi, and I'm reaching you guys from Toronto, Canada. I hope I'm not echoing. Um, yeah. My guest tonight, and good afternoon if you're watching us, and it's day where you are, but in Nigeria, it's supposed to be 6 o'clock now. So my guest, I'm hoping that Barrister Ejima Cole will be able to join us, but I can also understand it's been a very hectic period for them, and nobody's in the best of moods, not just him, but so many people. And but this is a period. If those of you who have been following me for a long time, you remember when Mazen Kano was renditioned from Kenya, and the whole place was gloomy. A lot of people didn't know what to do. And I had reached out to um, Simon at that time, and I had reached out to um, uh, Maegun Diary, and we did a broadcast together just to try to keep people's spirits high. That's what I'm expecting to do with this broadcast, so that we're all not just defeated or thinking that all hope is lost. All hope is not lost. All hope is not lost. We can't say that we did not expect what happened. We did not. We can't say that we expected a different uh, uh, judgment. No, if you were expecting that something different from what we had was going to be the case, I don't blame you, because miracles can happen. But we know that the default position of the government will not give us any positive outcome in that trial. And if you're following Barrister Jimako, if you follow his tweets, he had said that the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fired his legal team was so that the blame and the focus will not be on his legal team. Somebody blaming them, oh, why they didn't do this, why they didn't do this. His trial was not the focus. It is the injustice being meted on the people that was his focus. Nnamdi Kanu is not talking about himself. He didn't want this whole thing to be about Nnamdi Kanu. He did this or he didn't do that. No, no, no. He wanted the focus to be on the people who were being marginalized, on the atrocities that were happening in the whole of the country. This thing is way beyond Nnamdi Kanu. It's just a sham. But the good thing is, as these people thought they were trying to deal with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the evil that they were doing was being pronounced. They made it very easy for people to see what was going on. Even the kind of publicity that people wanted this case to get, it didn't receive it as much as it did when Nnamdi Kanu was brought to court, all the time that he was in court. It is good that at least they finished the trial. So, it's like somebody doesn't like you, but they keep pretending that they like you. They keep hiding, masquerading under so many things. But now it is clear where the federal government of Nigeria stands with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is clear where the federal government of Nigeria stands with people of the Southeast. It is clear where the federal government of Nigeria stands with Igbo people. If you ever had doubt, now it is very, very clear. Let nobody deceive themselves. It is clear where Tinubu stands with Igbo people, stands with Nigerians, stands with people of the Southeast. All they're just doing is dodging bullets and refusing to focus on what the problem is. Nnamdi Kanu came to clearly speak against injustice, injustice that was being meted out to his people, injustice that was being meted out to people of the Southeast, injustice that was all over Nigeria. He talked about the Fulani headsmen when it was a taboo to say Fulani headsmen. He did not hate every Fulani person. Forget the way he spoke. He was speaking from a place of pain. He didn't care anymore. If you know how much he cared, you should look at him in court. You think somebody who was caring about whether they get convicted or not, about whether they get thrown into jail. You think if somebody, you think somebody thinking like that will speak the way Mazen Khan was speaking in court? No, he didn't care anymore. All he wanted to do was to let the world know how he was feeling. He did. He was somebody. People were saying how he conducted himself in court. He doesn't even believe in that court in the first place. So he doesn't have respect for that court. Everything you saw him do, exhibit, was he was just speaking himself truth to power. He was trying exactly what you thought he was doing was what he was doing. He's trying to tell you, I don't have respect for you, Your Honor, because you don't have respect for the law. You are the law, you represent the law, but I don't have respect for you, but because you don't have respect for the same thing you profess to represent. So why should I talk kindly to you? You allow me to be tortured. You guys, you and whoever you're representing, you are torturing me, you're dehumanizing me. You don't have respect for my constitutional rights. Why should I give you respect? Why? So it's clear what was going on there. But I hope it is also clear to everybody what is going on. I'm hoping that Barrister Laura Ejimako will join us. This is a time that we just need people to direct us. And I say good morning to everybody. Good morning to all of you who are joining us. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm hoping that maybe my guest. Okay, hold on, everybody. Hold on one second. Okay, guys. There's so much that is going on there, and it's understandable. Our guest is not able to join us. He just told me now, and I understand perfectly. It's there's so much emotions going on there. The reason why I really wanted him to come was to be able to just help us make sense of what is going on. But I perfectly understand when he's not able to join us because things are still very delicate, things are very fresh. And then as we speak to you, I don't know if a lot of you know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being transferred to Sokoto prison. Of all places, he's being transferred to Sokoto prison. If that does not tell you what is going on, I don't know what. There is a statement in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being transferred to Sokoto prison. If you want to join us in the studio, I'm going to send uh, a link that you can use to join us here in the studio so that we can talk about this. And I don't want you to be shy. I know some of you are afraid to join whenever something happens like this. People people lose faith. They lose courage. I can understand that perfectly well because we're dealing with a real situation. We're dealing with powers that are mean and wicked and are willing to do anything. But it's, you see, fights, battles are something you must engage in. You cannot run away from your battles. There are battles that life brings to you. You don't choose it. They just you found yourself born into a people, not by your own making. Okay, so we stand and fight that battle. Nnamdi Kanu's case is a battle that all of us have to fight one way or the other. We can't run away from it. We can't. It doesn't matter what is going on. It doesn't matter the pressure that we face that will make us not talk about it. We must keep talking about it because this is the fate of a whole generation. This is the fate of a people that is on the line. I don't care the connotation they gave it. It is a direct affront on a people. You arrested Sunday Igboho. The same thing that you did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You went to Sunday Igboho's house. You shut the place up. You killed people. He escaped miraculously. And then you couldn't bring him back. You went and arrested him where he was in Benin Republic. That's what you did. You prevented him from flying abroad. But after so much intervention, you released Sunday Igboho, and Sunday Igboho is a free man today. What are you telling me? But somebody like Nnamdi Kanu has to be incarcerated. Somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, whose crime is that he said, treat my people well, respect our fundamental human rights. That's all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying. Every other thing that happened after he told you to stop maltreating my people is because you refuse to do the simple things. Had the federal government of Nigeria done what they were supposed to do, we would not even get to the point of, had you not formed Boko Haram, we wouldn't be talking about Boko Haram or terrorists today. But it was the federal government of Nigeria that formed it. Clearly stated by so many people, confessed by so many people. It was the federal government. You know, there are so many people who come and they say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did this, and you guys are mischievous. What you're saying that, oh, he has to pay for the crime that was committed to other people because he formed ESN, because he formed IPOB. But you know clearly that all of this could have been averted. You know very well that the government could have averted all of this if the government chose to do right. But the government chose not to do right. The government chose not to listen to the voice of reason until it became too late. Became very, very late. And now nothing anybody could do about it. And it just degenerated into so many deaths, degenerated into so much chaos when it couldn't even have happened that way. Now, somebody says, can we just fighting for the future? Can we all organize to bring Sowore that can grant him pardon and imprison the real criminals? Well, you see, the thing with Nigeria is there is nothing that you hear now that has not been said. Everything you will ever hear has already been said. Nothing is new. Nothing is new. But I don't know what we're waiting for. The citizens watch things happen and they don't do anything. That is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. It says, Bode Olafam says, it's unfortunate Nigeria has put mess in our faces outside the country. We can't boldly say we're Nigerian. Very correct. Very, very correct. Everything we're doing, we're getting it all wrong. Our image is so bastardized outside. You see, the funny thing is we are willing to spend a lot of money. We are willing to spend so much money and resources outside campaigning for trying to, fix our image. We are busy doing that when we should be focusing on fixing ourselves inside. If you're in the studio, would you want me to bring you up stage? Edwin Obiako, I see you in the studio. I hope you click to be in the studio. If you wanted to say something, I'll bring you up. If any other person wants to come to the studio, you can click on the studio link and I'll bring you in. This is not something that we should keep quiet about. If anybody feels like coming into the studio, I just send the studio link. All you have to do is click on that studio link and you join us in studio. Okay, this is a very, very serious issue. It has really, really affected a lot of our people, but we must continue. I'm going to bring in someone who is a leader in our community here and a very good friend of mine, um, Engineer Edwin Obiako. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, kid.
Yeah. Sir, you're the kind of person that we look up to. You're somebody who has experienced firsthand the Biafran story, the Igbo man story, and you've always been in the forefront in the Igbo community, championing every cause that is for the good of Igbos and Nigerians at large. I want to get your reaction. How do you feel about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's conviction, and also learning that he has been transferred to, or he's on his way being transferred to Sokoto prison? What do you have to say to that?
Kid, honestly, since yesterday, I witnessed what happened live in the court. Uh, my conclusion is that, in fact, what Omotosho did yesterday was to just to act on the script they gave him to do. He has already done it, but I know that if the appeal is filed, and I'm believing that appeal court will overturn that judgment. But I'm really afraid. I'm not happy by the news I had today that is moving to Sokoto. You know why I am not happy? Because you see, one of these boys that is against Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know what they call him. You know, he was bought by the federal government of Nigeria to work against Nnamdi Kanu. Before this judgment, some time ago, this guy made a statement that by and large, Nnamdi Kanu will be sentenced. And he made this statement. He said, life says, he said, what do you call it? Death sentence, or life sentence, or life imprisonment, you know, and that they will send him to Sokoto. I'm telling you, before man and God, I saw the video. He mentioned where the Kanu will be sent, and the news I had today confirmed it. And this shows that these things have been written and decided before the court took place yesterday. So I don't know how how he will coordinate this thing from Sokoto to whatever appeal court this judgment will take place. Is he going to is the court going to take place without him or just that? I don't know. I think that is what Law Ejimako will explain to us. I'm not happy this trip to Sokoto. In short, that is what I have to say for now. Kid.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. For someone like me, I'm not even, I'm not very surprised, because if someone is mean to you, someone doesn't like you, they are not going to do something that you like. Do you understand? So if someone doesn't like you and they are doing something that you don't like, they are just being themselves. They are just exhibiting their character. Now, if they want to punish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are going to look for the worst thing.
Yeah.
They know that Nnamdi Kanu spoke about the Fulani Caliphate taking over Nigeria. And where do you have the headquarters of the Fulani Caliphate? It's in Sokoto.
It's in Sokoto.
Exactly. So what they are doing is they think that when they take him to let them take him to the people that he was talking against.
Against.
Yes. So it is the president of Nigeria dancing to the tune of Nnamdi Kanu's enemies.
Enemies. That's exactly.
That's what he's doing.
Mhm.
He's trying to pacify them. It's like when they were going to kill Jesus Christ and they asked the Jews, what do you want? So it's all he's doing is, and there are two scenarios here, two possibilities. There's a possibility that he can use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case as a pawn. He's going to use it to play game of politics. Take him to Sokoto now, and the northern Nigerians will be very happy with him. Oh, this person who has been calling us Janjaweed, who has been calling us this and that, we now
Yes.
have him. So thank you, Mr. President, for dealing with this guy. Mr. President is showing that you are my people. You see how I dealt with your enemy.
Yeah.
And then they filed an appeal in the appeal court. Okay. So the appeal court will hear the case. One possibility, and this is just a personal opinion, I'm uh, just playing with hypothesis. The appeal court can look at the case and throw the case away and acquit him or ask for a retrial or whatever. That's something that appeal court can do. But even if it scales through the appeal court and the appeal court says, okay, we found him guilty on 1, 2 counts, not on the 7 counts that you guys, convicted him upon, then it could now go and it should, or it will now go to the Supreme Court.
Green card.
Do you understand? And all this while, they could allow pressure to build. They could allow people to keep talking to Mr. President. This group of people will go and beg him. People will go and beg him, and they will say, "Oh, Mr. President is considering," and maybe at the Supreme Court level, they will now overturn the judgment, and Mr. President will now say, "Oh, he has set Nnamdi Kanu free," hoping that will appease the people of the South, because I don't see how any reasonable person will go into a serious election like presidential election and say he doesn't care about Igbo people, even though he knows he doesn't have votes among the Igbos. That's why they even had a Muslim ticket. So all of this, I hope it will make Igbos realize their situation and their position in the bigger picture of Nigerian politics. That people like Tinubu does not see them as anything, does not even factor them in. And yet, unfortunately, that's where people are struggling to go and be identified. Governor of my state has run to APC. So many other people I know have run to APC. It's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. But we can't give up. We can't give up at all. Now, let me ask you, Engineer Edwin Obiako. I have seen online a lot of people, they are sharing pictures of a lot of things that happen, some crimes that were committed by unknown gunmen, some crimes that were committed by people who were in the act of kidnapping and all sorts of things. And people are spreading the picture and saying this is why Nnamdi Kanu was convicted. But nobody has said he was, directly linked to those atrocities. And yet they are convicting him based on all those kind of testimonies. Even testimonies like what happened in NSAS in Lagos. What do you make of this?
Well, I think uh, the judge, Amateur, you
Mm-hmm.
know, if he had allowed Nnamdi Kanu, you know, uh, provide his write up,
Mm-hmm.
I think Nnamdi Kanu would have defended all those allegations which Motosho believed in toto, you know. But he knew what he was doing. You know, he didn't give Nnamdi Kanu time at all to provide his submission. You know, so I know, like I said before, this is a script. You know, so how can act on hearsay? You know, and most of those broadcasts, according to them, what he believed in, we are all doctored. We are all doctored. And in fact, the court would have even asked people, okay, now the kind of broadcast so asked us to do this. I did it because Namdi Kanu broadcasted something for us to do. Nobody came up to say, you know, I killed this person because Namdi Kanu insulted me. I think what happened in the court was just a shamble, a shamble. And I believe that God will just take control of everything in due course. You
Can I
know,
tell you why? Can I tell you
yeah,
why they did not want to bring all those evidence? See, right from when the federal government of Nigeria under Muhammadu Buhari went to Kano's house and tried to kill him, and they shot everything down in their house, killed human beings, killed animals. Up to about 50 people were killed that day, both the ones they killed outside and the ones that were inside his compound. Now, from that day till when they located him in Kenya and brought him back, they've already finished. Like, they do not want to release him.
I thought.
That's why Nnamdi Kanu felt it was a waste of time. You see, the people who do a lot of work, gathering evidence, analyzing evidence, documenting evidence, these are people who are actually trying to prove a case.
Yes.
When prosecution is trying to prove a case, you have to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. So they go to every length to locate an individual, maybe in a particular place. You have to do fingerprinting, you have to do hair samples, DNA, all of that to be able to say, okay, this person will, even when everybody knows that person, even when you see the person on camera, they still have to prove that that person was there. They are the people who are trying to prove a case that is difficult in Nnamdi Kanu's own. They were not out there to prove anything. They've already condemned him. All those things you
They have
saw him
already
doing.
condemned him. Mhm.
No. See, that judge will convict Nnamdi Kanu for looking at somebody, for looking at a human being, and later that person died like 20 years later. Nnamdi Kanu will will still be condemned for it. Um, I have someone backstage. I'm going to bring you up. Uzo Bozo, you're welcome, sir. How are you? Can you hear me? Uzo Bozo.
Most of the role like this.
Hello?
Hello, Dr. Chid.
Yes, yes, my brother. You're welcome. Yeah. His his connection is poor. Maybe I should reduce the frequency of my video here. Can you hear us? Okay, he has gone down. I'm going to reduce my video frequency here so that maybe it will rhyme with anybody who's trying to come in. So that's why you notice that a lot of people, okay, um, that's why you notice that a lot of people, they were surprised that the grounds upon which the judge convicted Nnamdi Kanu, they were very flimsy, very, very
Very
flimsy.
pleasing.
I think it will hold water in any serious court. In any serious, if not, you have to prove a case beyond. Since you see that judge came and said he wanted to close this case quickly.
Quickly.
This judgment has been written based, like
Written.
they have said, let's bring this evidence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and these are the bases that we're going to come and argue, and then later on you will pass judgment. And that's why it was no longer necessary for the lawyers to keep talking.
So keep talking.
And that sacking that Nnamdi Kanu sacked his lawyer is not the kind of I'm angry with you, I sack you.
But Echid, let me tell you,
Yeah.
there is something going on, that Nnamdi Kanu didn't really sack his lawyers.
No, he
The
didn't.
lawyers decided to quit
What-
based on what they saw that the judge and the prosecutors were doing.
Sure.
They decided, they agreed within themselves that with what was going on, it was unnecessary for them to continue. And they discussed with Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu saw it too and agreed with them. Many things will unfold, that we don't know.
Yes.
There was a lot of things that went on in that court, you know. Uh-huh. So it's not necessarily that Nnamdi Kanu sacked them. No, 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 no. The host, how many sons in Nnamdi's, what do you call it? Yeah. All of them. They saw it.
Yeah.
So with time, all these things will be made known.
Yeah. What they were trying to do, they wanted to make a mess of the whole team. Like they gather everyone so that when they drop their bombshell, it will just look like everybody messed up. And when
Yes.
they knew that nothing they put before this judge will make sense, so there was no need. There was absolutely no need. He will still convict him anyway.
Of
He had
course.
said the 20th was they were still going to carry out what they wanted to carry out on the 20th, whether or not anything was presented. Uzo, you're welcome back. And Jerry, it's good to see you also.
Dr. Chid, no, sir.
Jerry, please, I think you're the one playing. Somebody's playing something. Please just off that thing you're playing. Okay, Uzo, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Dr. Chid, yeah, my point is, I don't know. First of all, I don't know when I see you coming live anymore. It's been a long time. I don't know if you're so busy with the real estate.
Yeah, it's okay. We're doing what we're doing, but we change pattern. But we're still doing what we're doing.
Secondly, yeah, yesterday was as I said, it was 80%. I wouldn't say 100%. 80% of every Igbo person. Yesterday was like everybody's spirit was down. Most people, it was like after I lost my mom, that's the second time I was down from 4 a.m. in the morning. See, even my workplace, they asked me what's going on. Gee, what is going on? I said nothing. You know my point. Everyone was down. The whole entire Igbo nation was down in the way that because this is a trial for the Igbo people, not just from now they can alone. Both people that hate him, that's the only thing I see. The people that hate him and people that like him. Everybody see there's an injustice here. People that go online, take survey, take some sensor. See, what people are commenting, what people are saying. That will show you that it's not. This is not it. I said it yesterday, like in Catholic Church, Station of the Cross. There is in the book of, I think, is it John doing the Station of the Cross, the Pilate and Jesus Christ. The Apostle was like, I was like, is this Station of the Cross? He will read, he will say, and he will turn to Nanekano voice. Like he's narrating. And Jesus said, Nanekano, I'm Nanekano. Why you're a judge? Why are you directing? Because this is it's already written. It's written, it's like reading a written script, reading a written script. Everything is written. So it's written from the whole thing is written, he wrote. That's why many people were so convinced yesterday that they said that no, this is not it. And I will say, if they start judging Nigerians the way they don't know the Kano, the so-called Nigeria will be a better place. Because every count they count yesterday, from the custom one, from the transmitting, from everything, everybody in Nigeria are doing it every day. Themselves was a terrorist. So Solomon should be serving life sentence because he the same thing. Just in a proper war, the same thing. All over Nigeria, everybody should be a terrorist. If this case stand, I hope Nigeria is going to use non-Islamic case to judge every other person in Nigeria. They're going to divide back in case of Nanikano, that for the of Nigeria. Look at the decision that was taken. They used it to start getting people. Then they will know that this is the right thing. But for me, it is not over yet. I thank God the Southeast is calm. All right. Since yesterday, I know everybody's hand is on deck. Calling brothers, everybody in the Southeast, hey, what's going on? You guys should calm down. Let's don't start because I see something. The plan was on this Trump and the Christian killing. All right. The plan, I see that they're trying to the Southeast will blow up. Now they will revert the tale that even in the Southeast, Christians are killing Christians, not only Muslims. Now the narrative will start changing. So that what they were planning, but we are wiser. We are wiser. We are more wiser. Everybody's spirit was down. Nobody had the power to even go and start making noise or anything. But everyone know that Nnamdi is a hero. Him being in the jail in intention or whatever they call it is better than some people generation being outside living free in Nigeria. Him being in a jail is like every Igbo person is in a jail. All right, the spirit is a hero to me. If after everything he didn't deny IPOB, he didn't surrender, he didn't sabotage the Igbo people. Even after everything, a layman will know that the offer was in place. There were a lot of offers, but this guy is still grand. Instead of taking this offer, I let him go to jail. Instead of doing what they asked me to do, I let him go to jail. So for me, for that, he is a hero. I never be remembered. He may never be remembered. He still pains, he still hurts, But as I said, everybody should calm down. Everybody to be the beast in them. Not be the beast, but one thing I'm sure that if you get not the Kano, if you jail him, Igbo plenty. Somebody better than him. Somebody again will come out tomorrow. If somebody again will come out tomorrow, I'm sure telling him we even I see people that I see one or two people that are always today. They are changing their mind. They are like, no, it's not acceptable. People are beginning to like people are beginning to awaken the spirit, but we don't need to like go back to where we are from. We need to move ahead. And I'm very, very sure that the God of appeal, they will bring him out. But instead of bringing him out as a political reasons, or to want to use him to abuse the Igbo nation by bringing him out, that's not what we are looking for. You don't bring him out because of that. Igbo should come down. Of everything he was asking of, all of us are asking of 80% of what you're asking of. That he didn't. No one was done. You are bringing it out. Okay, bring it out. You guys should come down. It's done. That's not what we are looking for. Yeah, he being in the prison, he better than most people being outside Nigeria. I'm sure he being in the prison is better than half of Nigeria living in Nigeria. He's better than them. Yeah, you have no freedom. But at the end of the day, you that is celebrating or in your entire generation, you can never even the top of his shoe, you cannot touch it. Your entire generation. The respect you have, his name can never be clean. Because now I can't talk about Igbo nation. If you ask Ojuku, you can't even if you call Ojuku, the next person you're going to his name is Nnamdi Kanu. The Igbo nation, call Ojuku, the next thing is Nnamdi Kanu. Whether I like him, hate him, he already make a name, he already fight his own race. The race continue in another dimension. So that's just my own thing, and I hope you people who are accusing the Igbo people, you're not in the media, you don't talk about it, you're not bringing the positive aspect of it. I assure you, if you the damages, all of you are giving like coming up so that the people can be coming to force our voice without insulting anybody, without harassing anybody, without where it should be. People can be able to be hearing us. Not that we will come here, somebody will come here and start insulting everybody. Before you know it, everybody will be crowded. So we can voice our voice in a way that people will hear us, that we are doing good. That's just my own point. I hope Dr. Chid, you guys can be the medium so that make it more wide as well. People can have more voice. People are looking for a where to go. Like on this thing now, everyone's looking for where to go and voice their voice out.
No problem.
To voice their angry.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ozo. Thank you very, very much. We'll continue to do our best. Mazi Jerry, it's good to have you here. Mazi Jerry, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah. Chief Priest, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Jerry.
And good afternoon to every other speaker on the platform.
Good afternoon.
Our people say that in here job, I'm not sure. It is not that I am surprised to what happened yesterday, because I know for Nigerians to spend everything they spent to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is renditioned for the purpose, to shut him down, to silence him, and to weaken the IPOB strength, maybe to kill him. Because I'm saying that it's possible, like the Bible tells us, that if you believe in God, truly, you can drink deadly poisons, but you will not die. I am very sure that before this man was renditioned from Kenya, they administered a lot of killer drugs, either to useless him or to render him in whatever useless. But and like he complained, more than 50 times they took specimen of his blood, said they went to South Africa, and they didn't get any result to him. And when he asked the result of what they are doing, they didn't see him again. They forged. The head of the illegal government is a specialist in forging, because I think he is the head of Oluwole. So they forged medical certificate to submit to the courts. That's one of the things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanted to raise up. The issue why we are here today, I think what Dr. Chide is asking is, what next? Now we have heard about their kangaroo judgment and verdict done in his absence, knowing very well that he is the one defending himself. But this judgment was passed because they didn't want to answer his questions. Now they have done it and made their pronouncement. then the next thing we are hearing is they want to make it impossible for those people they call his counselors to even get information from him, to even see him and put all his facts together. What I am saying is this is exactly what we get from the Yorubas. These people, from the beginning, they hated us with passion. The Yoruba people hate us. You know, you can trace it from Awolowo. Awolowo started tribal politics and carpet crossing in Nigeria. He is the one that killed most of the children by employing a strategy that resulted to Kwashoko. He is the one that seized our money, you know, and our people were rewarded with 20 naira or whatever, no matter what you deposited in the bank, you know, and he called it a tool, you know, of war. You cannot be feeding those who are fighting you. Even Obasanjo, after the war, when Gowon made the pronouncement of the 3R, Obasanjo refused to compensate the Igbos, no matter what they lost. You know, and look at another leader from there, even Abiola. Abiola, during that time, made a pronouncement that he can do without the Igbos. But Igbos stood beside him, and they lost more from what was termed Osa Abiola. Even today, or during the time of Buhari, Osibanjo publicly announced that Nigeria will crush, that was the language the pastor used, will crush the IPOB or the Biafrans, you know, and why he appealed that any Boko Haram caught in any way should be handed over to the securities, you know. And this Omotosho now has dented that any little relationship that we are having. You know, the only people that we can think of being a little human are people like our own brother, Shaware. He even attaches Mazi to his name to tell you how attached he is to our people. And the Dele Farotimi and a few others. So the Yorubas are really public enemies to
I'm going to come in here. I'm going to come in here, Jerry, because you know me, I'm somebody who believes in freedom of speech, and I don't like to muzzle people's opinion. But you just asked the question, what next? You see, we must not allow, we must not play into these people's hands, into their script. There is only 2 tribes in Nigeria. If you want to believe it, believe it. If you don't want to believe it, leave it. It doesn't matter what people have done in the past. There is 2 tribes. The tribe of the oppressors and the tribe of the oppressed. You see, we will only be playing into their hands, and we will be going back to the old. We should be, you know, Nigeria likes to do retrogression. We like to march backwards. I don't want us to be marching backwards. We are moving forward. You see, once you drop, if you just drop the point, the statement that Yorubas I won't agree with you. And it's very strong, and we should move away from that kind of speech. It's not good for us. It's prehistoric. Let's move forward. You cannot also say Igbos are, because remember, in between, what of the other tribes? Like, do you also recognize that there are people who are thief people? There are people who are Birom. There are people who, there are even in northern Nigeria. You cannot just say Hausa people, because there are people inside that place. Okay, when you say Hausa, some of the people that you're calling Hausa are not even Hausa. Maybe they are Fulani. They are not even the indigenous Hausa people. So what I want us to do is, or what I advise us, and it's entirely up to you, but it is important in times like this for us to zoom in and be specific and be detailed in the way we are presenting things. The Yoruba people did not come and sit down and do a meeting and tell Tinubu to go and do what he's doing. No. The Yoruba people did not sit down and tell Omotosho to do what he's doing. No. People will answer clearly for whatever they did. That's how they're going to do it. When you do that,
Doctor,
actually,
doctor, I differ a little bit. You know
no,
where I belong
you
to.
have a right to differ, because by the
Okay.
time you say Yoruba people, then you see. Let me tell you why it will not work. When you say Yoruba people, then you now come back and say except somebody like Shore. You
My
don't.
brother, my brother, say you rest, yeah.
But let me tell you why you cannot say just that. I know Shore. I am with him 247. We sit, we talk. With my convener. Most of the actions that you see in public, the planning starts from behind the scenes. I am preview to these plans. And so when you see Shore in the public, you don't know how many other people are involved in the planning. And a lot of them are Yoruba people. And a lot of them are not even the major tribes that you know. So, but when you come in public and you just identify Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, they will use that to always manipulate us and deal a heavy blow. That's why we're always surprised at their actions, because they direct your attention to where your attention shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yes,
The people who
I
are suffering,
understand.
the people who are suffering
Doctor,
right now,
doctor,
Jerry,
please let
I will,
me
I will give
please.
you a chance to talk. I'll let you talk.
Okay.
Remember right now, remember that things are not good for Yoruba people in Nigeria. The average Yoruba Nigerian, things are not good for them now. You will understand. So you think they are happy, or you think inside it, the people who benefit from what is going on in the government of Nigeria, they are not up to 15% of Nigerians who are not suffering. I can assure you. The rest of about 85, they are in their need of help. So we need to be very mindful of generalizing, especially where we find ourselves today, because you cannot do it alone, Jerry. If you speak in such a way that makes a Yoruba person say, okay, since you already think that Yoruba people are like this, you just do it alone, that will not cut it. And you will not have someone like me coming to agree with you. So finish what you want to say, and I think my brother is raising his hand to talk. So, but
Uh,
finish what you say.
Chidi, please, before Jerry continues, let me just say something. Jerry will continue.
Go ahead.
I completely agree with Chidi. You know, so what I want to say is that the whole bulk lies on the government. The government is the bone of contention. They are doing whatever they are doing. You see, Showore made a statement, and he continued making that statement. That is, there is something in Astor Rock, whether written or unwritten, that anybody that comes into Astor Rock will play that role of the marginalizing or dealing with the Igbos. Short and simple. Even the government of Tinubu now, more than half of the Yorubas are against Tinubu. They are against the Yoruba. I mean the government. So personally, I don't like to generalize, you know. But I think what we are concerned here now is the issue of Nnamdi Kanu and
Yes,
the way forward. You
exactly.
know, uh, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. Aghọtara m ihe unu na-ekwu. But what I am emphasizing wụ onye na-amaghị nga mgbe mmiri bidoro mawe ya agaghị ama mgbe ọ kwụsịrị. You know, ma ndị Yoruba, ma ndị Hausa, ma ndị Bira, ma ndị TV niile ị na-ekwu okwu. These are the people that launched the genocidal war. These are the people that brought on the pogrom on us. These
So,
are the
Jerry, let
people
me
that
ask a question.
We have passed that area.
When Shore called, and I don't want this to be our focus today. Sorry, Jerry. There's a reason for why I made this. I'm doing this broadcast. When Shore called for free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we have to be careful. People closed their shops. People came on the street. People paid to travel from one place to another. Here in Toronto, people raised money and we sent it back to Nigeria. And we didn't ask people to write their tribe when they were sending this money. Will you now turn around and begin to not appreciate what those people did? That's not who we are. We don't even do it either jokingly or to make a point. You don't do that. That is
but
absolutely
we have been killed,
unacceptable.
and they are still killing us.
No, but it is
Like
not
what they
everybody
are
now.
doing to
No,
Nnamdi Kanu
Jerry,
is
Jerry.
what they are doing to every
So
Igbo man.
no, it's not true now. Okay, Jerry, let me ask you a question. There is an Igbo man that is married to a Yoruba woman. Are you trying to
Yeah.
tell me that the Yoruba woman is poisoning the husband as we speak? Or there is a Yoruba man who is married to an Igbo woman? You see, when you don't reason like that, it means you are being very selfish because that family, you don't care about that family. So we have to think, if that was your sister and the whole family, she is watching this broadcast with the husband, and she's an Igbo person. She hears you say that her husband's people are wicked people, and her husband's are did. You will finish saying that, and you will go to sleep. Have you wondered what happens next in that family? What becomes the state of that your sister's family? Do you even care? So even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talks, he talks about he has a family. He has in-laws that are Yoruba and Hausa people. You see, what we are doing now is what next. So sometimes talks like this are also good to try to reposition our people. The reason why Shore, whom a lot of people were calling, oh, one Nigeria. The reason why Shore is Shore, it doesn't matter what you think about him, is because Shore is not here to fight for Biafra. No, Shore is here to say that whatever you want to fight for, you should be allowed to fight for it. But he himself, he cares about not just Biafra, he cares about the Oduduwa person, he cares about the chief person, he cares about everybody. And it is fundamentally wrong for you to muzzle somebody in a country where they identify as a citizen. No, you must allow, if they say they want to live on a tree, you must allow them. It's their right. But when you come and tell somebody, no, you will not live on a tree, and you are you're holding the constitution and saying the reason why you cannot live on a tree is because of this constitution. And that person is saying, show me in the constitution. Like Nnamdi Kanu was asking the judge, show me the law. Just all the judge could have done is show him the law.
Exactly.
From a long time, the judge was saying, present your case. Nnamdi Kanu said, before I present my case, my lord, Why don't you show me the law under which, so that I will know what to defend myself with? You just call me and you say, Chidi, I want you to speak on this man has accused you of something. Now, come and speak on that thing that the man accused you of. And you say, what? By which law are we even, so that I can go and take that law and begin to either, you have to look at a law now and begin to speak against that law, or begin, as lawyers do, begin to dissect that law and find a reason why you cannot be tried based on that law. But you don't give him that chance. Then it's a waste of time, because everything is going to present is on the premise of a law that. So, Jerry, please redirect
Yeah,
yourself.
okay, doctor. Let me ask you one question, please.
Go ahead.
Do you see the Igbos as facing existential or kind of being existential species in Nigeria or not?
Of course.
This case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I look at it as a case between Biafra and Nigeria. Anybody who doesn't want to understand it that way, it's okay, fine. Because when he is shouting in the courts, I am into this because I want to defend my people. Because I am looking at the marginalization we are facing.
So, Jerry, we need to understand.
Even Showore himself,
yes.
Even Showore himself was saying that no part of Nigeria has suffered the kind of marginalization the East has suffered.
So am I disagreeing with you? I'm just saying that let us focus. You see, right now, Nnamdi Kanu, after everything said and done, Nnamdi Kanu has been convicted. They've taken him to Sokoto. What do we do next? It is not going back. It's not going back to say what happened before that will move us forward. Because that's why I reminded you of when there was a protest. If when you were going to call that protest, you only said, I don't want anybody who is not an Igbo person to come out because I hate you and you hate us, then we'll understand. But when you call that protest, you call for everybody to come out, and the people responded to you. So let us face the people. There's our oppressors. We know them by name. So I would like us to face them and leave our brothers and sisters who are also suffering like you and me. Okay.
I only gave my own penny. You understand what I think? You know where I belong to. For me, in all honesty, there is nothing that will make me to feel I am a Nigerian in this life again.
You have a right. That's not what I'm arguing with. You have a right.
Okay.
That's what Showore is saying. If any, he said most of us, most Nigerians in their head, they have left Nigeria a long time ago.
That is true.
Yes, now because what is a country? Me and you will live in Canada. Yesterday, I was talking to somebody in Nigeria, and you know that alert just came on our phone, and it was okay. It came on my laptop, okay, and he was hearing it as I was talking with him, and it's very loud, and he was saying, "What noise is that?" And I was trying to explain to him that thing is an Amber Alert. That once that alert comes, it will disrupt everything.
Everything.
Everybody's phone. If the most important news is going on, it will disrupt it. It will disrupt people who are having surgery in the hospital. Everything that is connected to the internet, it will disrupt it because of one person, one person being that is not there though. They are looking for that person. They are suspecting that person is in danger. The whole how many millions of people will stop and listen to that Amber Alert. That is what happens in a country that is working. But it's not the same thing now in Nigeria. Nobody cares. So the same people who are not being cared for, we cannot go and put that burden on them and accuse them of what they did not do. It is not fair on them. There are people when you call somebody like Tinubu and you see that Tinubu is perpetrating an act that is anti-government, is anti-social, it's hurting the people, then it is him that is responsible. It is his party. It is his followers. They are the ones responsible, not the other. So what you're doing now is the person who doesn't, even if you don't agree with Tinubu, we will libel you because nobody asked to be a Yoruba person. Nobody asked to be a Hausa person. Nobody, even you that is an Igbo person with me, we didn't ask to be Igbo people. Let's focus on these people are mean. There are mean people in Nigeria doing what they think they care whether you're Yoruba. The attack that they had in the church the other day, was it an Igbo church? That one that they showed live, it's not an Igbo church now. Those people are Yoruba people. You think they are happy? You see one old woman in that video right now. Do you know the trauma?
About two of them, yeah.
Do you know the trauma that those people will face? Eh? You think if that thing was here, what are you saying? I went to a conference at the police college here in Toronto, and they were telling us about the rate of crime, the rate at which they solve crime, the rate of success, and it is 90-something% for 2025 so far. I think they said 98% of all crimes were solved. Do you know what that means? That means, like, do you understand? Anybody that they say this person was caught, they know. You see, sometimes they have not convicted that person, but they have collected evidence. They know who did it. They know who in Nigeria, they don't even follow up. Look at 100. Do you know that 100 school children were just kidnapped? 100 children were just kidnapped. And they don't know where the people went to.
They have drones. The military, they claim they have drones.
They have. It's not that they claim they have, but they don't want to use it. See how useless a country that is? But they are busy spending money to go to America.
Spending money, borrowing money, sharing it.
Spending money to have people go to America to go and lobby.
Blackmail and establish propaganda.
Things are not, it's a lie. Things are not happening in Nigeria. That's absolute nonsense now. That's absolute nonsense.
It's okay. You make meaning. You are making meaning. You guys are making meaning. But what I am saying is, Onyana mahanga miri bidere mawea agaha makwanga miri ahakoshare. It's enough. Like your question, what do we do now? Because when we have any option, I'm going to in a protest. And has protest helped us enough? Yes, it has increased awareness. But where do we go from here now that what do we do? Where do we go from here?
Jerry, ndị ọkụkọ si na ihe a ji eti mkpu kama na ọkụwa nụrụ onu ya onye na-enyezi ya aka ka ọ mara ebe ọ ga-ebido nyewere ya aka a na-eji mgbagbu ghara ọgụ. We are not going to stop. We're not going to stop fighting. See, whoever is your enemy does not oppress you forever. I have never seen that person who oppresses people forever. It does not happen since the beginning of the world. If not, that person will still be alive today. It's after a while, your reign will come to an end. Who, from the Bible to present day, to this generation. Look at all of those. Go and look at all those presidents, all those African presidents. Go and look at them. See how they are dropping one by one, peeing on themselves in public, falling.
And they are old and they don't want to relinquish the power.
Not one day now. One day they will drop. It will drop. So continue doing what you're doing. It's just a matter of time. One day, one day now, one day. Oga Obiako, sorry, you want to say something?
No, what I wanted to say is, uh, I know that between now and Tuesday, precisely Monday, Tuesday, uh, Namde Kano's lawyers, they will file an appeal, an appeal. And my greatest concern is the coordination, how they will coordinate now that Namde Kano is in Sokoto. George yesterday deprived Nnamdi Kanu of all the electronic gadgets, even phone, even phone. That is not allowed to handle phone.
What
It's
kind
not
of
allowed.
intimidation is that?
We're not allowed to handle that. It's not allowed to handle that. Now that he's far away from the scene of the whole thing, how will the lawyers, how are they going to be reaching out within Nnamdi Kanu?
Can I answer a question? Can I answer
Okay,
it?
okay.
See, Oga Obiako. You see that person. That's not yet the only time you can kill a human being is when that person's God has determined that it's time for them to go.
Yeah.
If their time is not up, you're wasting your time. If Mazinamdi's Kano's time, if his time was up, they would have killed him when they went to his house and attacked him.
That's true.
But they couldn't kill him. They could have all the things they gave him, the poison and everything, he would have been a dead man by now. So if he survived those things, you think it's been in Sokoto? In fact, let me tell you about people like Mazinam Kanu, Shore, and all these people. Every single day they see is Jara for them. I know
Because
this
they've
because
died already.
they are dead already. And you cannot kill a dead man.
No way.
No,
No
you
way.
can't. You don't understand. These
No
people,
way.
if you understand, if you're a student of the Bible, that's what they were saying when they say, when you are dead to sin. If you are dead to sin, a dead man cannot fornicate now. A dead man cannot commit sin. That's the way when sin comes to you, sin is dealing to somebody who is dead to it. So that's why you can't really be caught sinning. So these men are dead already. Every day they wake up. I'll be talking with Shore today, and it used to be funny. And I'll say, okay, bros, I don't tire. Will I say we'll continue tomorrow? I say, hey, Chidi, let's finish what we are talking now. You don't know whether tomorrow I won't have my phone. I'll be in prison. So whatever we're
Yeah,
doing, let's do it now.
that is showing for you.
Yes. He will be going, they will
That's
invite him to police. He will pack his bag, pack to
yeah, begin go there. He doesn't know
and
when
you
it's
keep
coming
carry
back.
one big bag to small meeting. Why are you? I said, I don't know. If on my way to the meeting or my way from the meeting, they capture me, I will continue.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. See, when somebody is living their life like that, Nnamdi Kanu was not after defending himself because he knows that it's not, I am not begging for them. There's a difference when somebody is begging that you don't imprison them. Have you seen people when they come for parole, when they come for parole, when they bring them after some years, they bring you for parole? You come there, you keep a very solemn face to say that you're sorry. Say, have you learned any lesson? Are you a good person? Yes. Are you now a good behavior? Yes. I'm just pleading that you people let me go. That is not Nnamdi Kanu's case. So
No, no.
No,
he's not saying,
no.
please don't send me to prison. So no, that's why It is when people say he was shouting in court. No, he was shouting in court because he's not trying to beg the judge to let him go. He's trying to tell the judge, I already know that I
No.
cannot get justice from you.
Yes.
I'm just expressing myself. You're not letting me talk. You're not let, I already know you can go and do what you're going to do. The only time somebody will be of good conduct is because they are hoping to get justice out of that place. But if you're not hoping to get justice from those people, if you already know that they've imprisoned you, if you already know in your mind that they are your enemy, can you imagine what kind of judgment, justice can Nnamdi Kanu get from a system that has led to the death of his mother, a system that has led to the death of his father, a system that came to kill him with Amota, killed so many people around him? What kind of justice will he get from them? So it's not about him, it's about his people. So let's not be bothered. Let's not be bothered about what will happen in Sokoto. No, honestly, it's going to unfold. You know, this thing happens. The way it happens is this: when they do you something, somebody was asking me how do I feel. I say, I'm a realist. Life is about ups and downs, valleys and hills, wins and losses, and a battle, a war is not won on the day you won a battle. No, no, no. A war consists of so many battles. That's why they say the battle at this place, the battle at this place. You fight a battle in this war front, you win. You fight a battle at the other, while you're winning here, you're losing in the other front. But at the end of the day, you will eventually win the war. So even if they kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you think they have won? You think they've won the battle? You think if they kill, that's why they don't do it.
Yeah.
That's why they don't do it. That's why they can keep people like Shore. You think if they had their way, they would have killed. See what they did to him in court now. But that doesn't make you win the war. So all of these things are just small battles. I told the person yesterday they won. I felt defeated. I lost. So what do? You come back. You lick your wound. You teach yourself how to behave in defeat. Because the person who doesn't know how to handle life is the person who goes and commits suicide in defeat. How about the day you won? There was a day you won now. Should the other person go and don't you know somebody was for you to win, somebody must lose. So the day that you lose, you come back, you strategize. The battle is not over. The war is not over. They just won. Let them celebrate. Like you go on the internet, so many people are celebrating. They're having a field day. They are talking. There are some of them are saying, "Oh, Chidi, we are surprised that you're still there." Why? There will be a day I will win you too, and it's coming. But finally, at the end of the day, justice will win. Truth will triumph over evil. Truth will triumph over lies. Good will win evil eventually. So that's what will happen. I'm not bothered about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu going to Sokoto. There's no amount of punishment they will put on him that is more than what he has. If somebody has lost their father and their mother and so many of his comrades, what more can you do to that person? What are you going to do? Or you go and kill the person? They will die now. They already prepared. If Nnamdi Kanu was afraid, he will not shout in that court like that.
No.
He will not address those security people. You see, and when you look, you see those security, those DSS people, and when you look into the eyes of somebody and you see fire coming from their eyes, you will know better. Because when that fire. It's like it's coming from when they are talking. Why is it that when it's talking, you just see that people don't respond? They keep quiet.
That's true.
So it's something that we are not happy that it happened, but it is nothing for us to lose hope about at all.
No.
We cannot lose hope.
Yeah, you're right. No, we are not going to give up. We are not going to leave stay that way. But I think, like you said, we need to do something. And needing to do something is maybe coming together in whatever means, showing our solidarity where we can make an impact, where we can tell the government that we are living in their homes, that this is what is happening to us, and we are crying out because now it's like the case has gone out of local management. The case is now exposed to while they were even talking about this case. The Americans were having meeting, discussing in Nandekano, discussing the insecurity, which means a lot of progress is being made. And I still thank Showore because he equally lifted the spirit of everybody. Even a lot of people were drawn into what happened or what is happening because of his own passion, because of how he never cared whether he was going to be locked up or whether he was going to be killed. You saw him marching up, leading them, and running with them when they are running. Still, they went after him and arrested him.
Yeah.
So what I am saying is, yeah, we need to step out and do more than we have been doing if we love Nandekan.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. That's the thing to do. Where since it's a legal issue, it's a political issue, it's a civil issue. It has so many dimensions. If
Yeah,
everybody does what they're supposed to do, what I'm doing in public, there's so much that I'm also doing at the back end.
at the
So
back scene. Yeah.
yes, all people have to do is everybody just does their own, and
Yeah,
eventually, all our efforts will come to fruition.
fruitful.
Yeah, we will achieve something. There are, my brother, there is so much that is going in the background. That thing that you saw, and you know, you know, um, while Nigeria was saying that you're right, while they were saying that nothing was happening, when that congressional hearing was going on, the black guy who was presenting, black member of that committee, he says that the speech he had written was a speech to say that Nnamdi Kanu was being wrongly tried. But after while it was going on, was when they were convicting Nnamdi Kanu, and says that even as I speak, they have gone ahead to
Even
convict Nnamdi Kanu.
the
You know,
convicted. Exactly.
so see how this thing was. They were talking about Christians, so their concern was Christians,
Yeah.
Christian genocide in Nigeria. But see how they've dragged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case into the thing, free of charge. It's not true.
Free of charge.
Yes, free of charge.
Yeah.
They dragged him into it. It now became that, and he now becomes the poster boy for what is going on. Because when the federal government says his broadcast, let me tell you something. When these people turn and if they make Nnamdi Kanu a subject of concern, trust me, thank God for AI. They will run all the broadcasts. I'm giving them free access into my own channel. I have a playlist of Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast. Do you know they can run all of that broadcast? And that's what they'll do. They'll run it through AI. AI will transcribe it. I know it will not understand where he was speaking Igbo, but at least all the places that he was speaking English, it will transcribe it. And they will now see, and it will transcribe it, and it will summarize it and tell them the crux of his issue. So it will show clearly that, is this person that they are calling And that's the mistake Nigerian government makes. They think that
Yeah.
everybody thinks like them. You think,
Mhm.
you think if you say that somebody is a terrorist, they'll just agree that that person is a terrorist. I know a group of people online on Twitter. They gathered themselves together. They even formed a group, and they wrote a letter to the Canadian government and told the Canadian government, the RCMP, that Dr. Chidimwanyang is a terrorist. That they should go and watch. That I supported ESN, and I'm a terrorist funder. That I funded ESN, and so the Canadian government should take away my citizenship, repatriate me. You think they are not they are serious? So of course I called RCMP too, and I promised them that all of them that are living here in Canada, since they want us to investigate ourselves, when I'll wait for them to finish. When they finish, then
You begin your own.
we'll
You
check
go
our
begin.
cupboard. All of us will check our cupboard. maybe we'll see one or two in all our cupboards since they've started. I promise them, because nwoke by shinia ya atụghịzi egwu bịa bie ọtụ ihe o mean o nwere afịa a na-akpọ ọtụ the market, and the market
No,
is the name of the market.
ahịa nakwazi ahụ ọjọọ. Si ọgịna.
Ọtụ market amami housing na. So
O nwere ihe m kwuru.
ọ bụrụ na ya na-azụ, ọ bụrụ na ya na-atụ ọzụ, oh, Ojo, he won't live in front of the market now because there's so much noise coming out of the market. So noise. So you can't come and see somebody like me and you want to threaten me with that kind of thing. For how many years have we been doing this thing? You think the government is foolish? Let them search me and search you. That's the same way they have searched Mazda. They can, in fact, when they were talking about this Christian thing, let me tell you what happened. And the Nigerian government was there accusing IPOB, but that is fake accusation. They were able to show this is data, this is technology. They scanned the internet. Who has been talking about Christian genocide, Christian
Genocide and all
and they
those.
found out that IPOB mentioned it.
Yes.
Something 1,000 times more than any other person. It's there. It's
Yeah.
you don't they didn't forge it. They are not
No.
It's there.
And they are not Tinubu.
No. So, and if they check too, the same way they checked and found IPOB, they will check and they will see where you say do it by you see, you're accusing Maznam the Kano of the things you say. How about the things that you as the president said? How about the things you said that led to the death of people? That one is nothing. How about the of Lagos saying they should throw people inside the Lagos? That one is nothing. How about the things that how about so many things? That one doesn't count. And it is there on the internet. And the same way they know about IPOB, they know about Nankan, they know about you. They know about all your cases. Chebi is in their country, you committed it. So who
Even another one, doctor, you see that why that case or why they were having that discussion in America. One man asked them, they are trying to mix the story now. Is it that the Christians are killing the Muslims in their society and the Muslims are killing the Christians in their society? They were not able to answer the question.
Of course.
You understand?
Because you know what the government is doing is manipulating.
As if I don't know that only Nigeria proscribed IPOB. There is no other part of the world where IPOB is being proscribed as a terrorist organization since they started. You think it is today because you said that Nnamdi Kanu sent out his boys. They want to bomb British embassy. They want to because you know.
Just to call it people.
You think everybody has a chicken brain like you?
Yeah.
And you just made a fool of yourself with those kind of statements. You're telling somebody caught one thief in front of their house. They have camera, everything shows the thief. They have fingerprints. They come and tell the person that there was a armored tank of thief that came to your house. You're not the one telling the person, or you see Volkswagen moving. You go and now say that Volkswagen is aeroplane. So every other person will come and call that Volkswagen aeroplane because you say IPOB is a terrorist organization. Then, and this was something you gave when IPOB was still doing things peacefully.
Peacefully. Huh?
In fact, you call them a terrorist group when they had not even armed something like ESN. Can you
That's
imagine?
all.
What did they do? The people you killed in Omahia in front of Nnamdi Kanu's house, we saw this, they threw stone, and you killed those youths.
No single gunshot from IPOB.
And even people who were holding meetings, in Enugu also.
Exactly,
Huh?
in the school.
Holding prayers in Aba. National High School.
Yes.
Aba.
Did they have guns?
Huh?
Did they have guns?
Head bridge.
You didn't have guns.
Everywhere.
Nobody's. Yeah, they said, they try to twist things, but there are videos, there are records. Nnamdi Kanu said they should kill people. I told people that I don't defend Nnamdi Kanu. Did he say they should kill? Yes, but just like you
want to kill me and they expect me to keep quiet.
I was, that time we used to stream things live. We were really hot on streaming. Anything that we followed, whether it's happening at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., we are on it. We were streaming his broadcast live. When they forget. You see, when people are mischievous, they're very mischievous. Now they kind of, first of all, said that IPOB was not involved. This is a Nigerian thing. Don't get involved. But at a time when they started seeing that this thing was beyond IPO, people were being killed in Enugu, people were being killed in Aba, people were being killed in Port Harcourt.
In Port Harcourt.
He said, people, enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
He said, listen, if any policeman, if any military man shoots any protester, kill them.
Yes.
Why would you? So you want to tell me that place at the toll gate, when the military men came and killed those people, was it not somebody that gave the order that they should kill people? That they should... Okay, when that person gave order that they should kill protesters, you want to tell me that if we had guns, we shouldn't shoot that person?
Yeah.
I see you. I see you coming with guns, and you say you're going to kill my brother. Igbo people have it's only it's all so shishi. It's only a tree that you say you're going to cut it down. It will stand there and be looking at you. If a human being, you tell a human being that you're coming, Haba, a tree will stand though. You even come near the tree and be sharpening your axe. People will be looking at you. You carry the first axe, hit the tree. He will be looking at you until you cut it down. If a human being sees you sharpening something and you say he will go inside his house and bring his own.
Moji Healthy or Ben Johnson.
Something at least at least will run. But the is, why did Nnamdi Kanu say people should defend ourselves? But the same Nigerian government at so many times have said that Nigerians should look up to God, that there's nothing they can do. Some of them now said Nigerians should defend themselves. You said Nigerians should defend themselves.
That man said it
openly.
Openly.
What is the meaning of
Obadiah my Lafia said it too.
Yeah.
Kunle Olawomi said it too.
Okay, I have this toilet roll. If somebody is going to shoot me with arrow, I will use this toilet roll and be defending myself so that they won't say what do you mean by defending yourself? Explain to us. What do you mean by defending ourselves? Some people know how to be diplomatic with their talk.
Yeah.
Some people say it boy. Nnamdi Kanu doesn't know how to.
Yeah, diplomatic.
Just like Showore doesn't know how to. Showore will say, "Mr. President, you're a thief."
As it is.
Then you say, "That's all I know now. You're a thief."
Yeah.
PK, you're a thief. Police Inspector General of Police, you are illegal.
You are illegal. You're supposed to have retired. So what are you doing?
Why are we camouflaging?
Painting facts.
You understand? Let us call a spade a spade. Why are we calling it a digger and say that that instrument that they used to ban? A knife is a knife. Eh? Is it now they say buy you, buy you. He kill you.
Not kill you. Not kill you. We know the thing. I don't know what to. I don't know what to be bad. Unalive.
Unalive you.
Unalive.
It sounds very odd.
Social media, you don't want the algorithm to pick your, but it's for me.
Vocabularies.
When I'm serious, I find it it dilutes what I'm saying. Somebody has said I will go and kill people. They went to, it says we unalive you. Unalive you as if it will put off and on. They unalive you tomorrow, they alive you. They are alive. Killing is not a joke now.
No. It's not a word to be painted.
No.
To be gold coated. Killing.
Yes, he didn't think that killing was a word to be joked with. So when he heard that some people were killed, he says, enough is enough. Even in the Bible, when there was a new king, the Queen Esther was with that king, and they now found out that they had plotted to kill the children of Israel.
Yeah, that was Mordecai and Queen Esther.
Yes, Mordecai. He told Queen Esther, go and tell the king that this is what's going to happen to us. So the queen said,
it's not her turn. She must do that with permission.
The man told him that that's your business. Whether you do it or if you don't do it, God will raise another person. When the queen finally told the king said, you know what? I have passed the degree. That's when men were men. People were
men.
This king, even though this king loved the queen, he says, I have given my word. Do you know what? That thing always gives me goose pimple. Not any physical thing, no, a word. The king says, I have given my word and I cannot go back on it. But the only thing I ask you to do is to defend yourself. Arm yourself. He's the king advising people, arm yourself.
Arm yourself.
The king didn't say because they are soldiers. So what Nnamdi Kanu should have done, that they're accusing him of not doing it. When he heard they are going to kill Nigerians, Nnamdi Kanu should have said, please, 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 you people, when they come to kill you, just kneel down and let them just raise your hand. And that was the mistake. That's why they found people to run people like Shore out of that protest. That's where they started planning to scatter that protest, because they knew that with leadership of people like Shore, that protest would not have stopped. And instead, when they infiltrated them, they told them that all you have to do is wave Nigerian flag. Where did you hear that any Nigerian army, once you see Nigerian flag, he will not? Do you think that kind of? Do we have that kind of discipline? Nigerian? No. We told them now. We told them. Was it not Renu and some of the other people? They were saying they were not Renu Mokru, no Renu, the lady Uswala and some other people. They said there were no leaders, but they were leaders. They preferred, when you want to cause havoc within a people, you infiltrate them and you get to the leadership. so that what you say will make sense. Those were the people that were telling them, just kneel down, nothing will happen to you. And they knelt down when these military people came and they shot them,
But
holding
they shot
Nigeria.
them dead.
They killed them.
That is their modus operandi.
You see
That's
that flag that is stained with blood. These were Nigerian citizens. That one, Justice Sokoto did not see the people that were killed there. Was it Nnamdi Kanu that caused those people to be killed? No. But you said he said they should kill people, and that's why, you see, you look at, you do things one side, and you think the world is not what you think everybody's foolish, everybody's stupid. No, we have not heard the last of this case. So what I want our people to do, like every other time, you know, nothing you cannot get over. See, now yesterday was very gloomy. Today we are talking about it. Yesterday, somebody like me, I just shut down. I told my wife I didn't want to hear. I've not heard that. I left. I didn't hear that sentence. I didn't hear any. I saw the whole document, 100 and something pages. I've not read it. It's
140 something.
I don't. Why? Why would I read it? That thing was written way
back.
The person reading it was not able to pronounce the words fluently.
It's the
another person wrote it.
The prosecuting lawyers, they are the ones that wrote it now.
They wrote it.
Everything was him. So why should I?
And they are in the court. They suggested to the judge that they are suggesting that he should be moved out of DSS and taken away to a very secluded place where we will not have. And the man did this.
Right. It was the idiot that is the chief prosecutor of the government. You understand? That made that pronouncement.
Let them do whatever they can. If men were God.
Oh, God.
What I normally tell people, I want somebody to come and bet with me. I will bet. When Showore was in incarceration, people were, laughing, they're having a field day. I told them that, you see this platform, this very platform, before you, I will sit and I will tell you that Omoyele Showore was released and he's a free man and he'll come out and he'll be talking. And it happened. The same way I'm telling people that I'm not the only person that I will yield to is God. But if it's left to only men and their power, one day Nnamdi Kanu will be making a broadcast as a free man.
As a free man.
A free man.
As a free man.
We are calling it one day as if is it in a distance time. It may be very soon.
That's when I say one day is tomorrow. Now tomorrow is a day. Next tomorrow, 1 week, 1 month. It doesn't matter. The reason why we can talk that way is the person that thinks you can use time to break a man. It doesn't work.
Whose heart is made.
It doesn't work.
Who is ever determined.
You can't. The reason why I can talk like this is because I have an example. I have somebody who is, let me use the word specimen. My journey with Omoyele Showore has shown me all of these possibilities. Because once you have decided that this is your passion, this is your mission, nothing. You have killed fear. You have arrested fear. Since you think someone like Omoyele Showore will still be talking the way he's talking, people will be like, maybe they release you and you're still talking. See, you are not doing evil.
Showore is immune by death itself.
He's immune.
He is immune by death itself.
Like Fela said, don't come and give me my property. Don't dash me my property. Human right is my property.
Not my property. You can't give me my property.
No, you can't give me my property. Whatever condition they give, they don't understand. Whatever condition They should have left Shore to go to US and visit his family, but they seized his passport.
This is his passport. Yeah.
From seeing his passport, they have not rested since that day. The Inspector General of Police have not rested. Wike has not rested. Tinubu has not rested. He went to Lagos.
All of them.
Commissioner of Police jumped into the thing. The man, I called his phone even from here. The man was so frustrated because he didn't know which number to answer and the one not to answer. Because he put his phone all over the world. If it could be his Oga calling him, he has to answer. It was
Yeah.
just frustration alone was too much, you know. So you can't. They should have left him, but they didn't leave him. So they created more problem for themselves. The same way, as long as they will not leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they can, you see, you cannot just go and kill him, because killing him, it doesn't work that way. Killing him will become a problem to you also, you know. So
Yeah.
we should all just be encouraged. That's why we're doing this. We should be encouraged. It's not the end of the world. It's a battle. The spirit of man, you can't kill a spirit. You can't kill it. You can torture the flesh.
Yeah.
You can, like I said, those people are dead. Nnamdi Kanu is a dead person. You can't kill a dead man. People like Shoro, they are dead. You can only kill the flesh, but their spirit is strong and alive, and that spirit will fight until it wins this war. He may have lost the battle, we all lost, but we will get up, we will dust ourselves, we'll
Yeah. Yeah.
continue to fight for justice.
Amen.
Engineer Obiako, please
Thank you very much.
give us a closing remark and we will end the broadcast.
Okay, my brother. Chida, thank you so much for what you are doing. Pray God to continue to give you the grace, the wisdom, the energy, and the stamina to continue doing what you are doing. And about our brother, I know we've lost this one. The game is not yet over. You know, we pray that God, in His infinite mercy, will see us through. Always keep courage, and maintain our calm. I'm happy that back home things are calm. The Biafrans and the Igbos behaved well, and that is a very good move. And I thank them for that courage, So, actually, they will thank you for today. You
Thank
know.
you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And thank you for all the support you give to the community and for always showing up no matter what happens. We appreciate it.
thank you
Okay.
very much. Yeah.
Thank
Well, my
you.
regards.
Okay. Now,
Uh,
yeah.
Bye.
So, guys, that was one of our guests, Engineer Edwin Obiako. Is with us in our community here, and people like him, they keep the community going. They come and they avail us of their experience, and they continue to show up to events, and that encourages us a lot. And now to you who is watching, if you're an able person and you felt like the way a lot of us felt yesterday, I want you to pick courage and know that it's not the end of the world. Okay, things like this happen, but they happen to strengthen you. They happen to teach you, and they happen to make us think. Okay, we will not give up. We'll continue to give up. Unfortunately, our guest today, Barrister Lawyer Jimako, I called him during the program and he excused himself. And understandably too, because I know there's so much that is happening as Maznam Kano's council. They're preparing so much paperwork to be able to file an appeal. And of course, with him traveling Sokoto, there's a lot that has to be arranged. But it's well. We will keep doing our best. I'm gonna try as much as possible to come online. But even if you don't see me online, please don't wait till you see somebody like me or other people come online. Go online. If you see something, say something. If you feel like something, even if there's only one person watching you, put it out there. You can tweet, you can post, you can do anything you want. Okay. And till we meet next time. If you have not subscribed, a lot of you that are my friends, you have not even subscribed. Please click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so I know that you guys are there. People who say the kind of things that I say, and I've had a lot of run-ins with the Nigerian government, and they've had to shut me down. They blacklist my channel, they flag my channel. So when we come, a lot of you no longer get notifications. Okay, so but please still get a notification. Let's see if we can activate the algorithm to start sending you notifications when we come on live. And on behalf of Dr. Erica and everybody who is a member of our crew, my name is Dr. Chidi. Help me share this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.